time to go live. So welcome everyone, and we are live on YouTube right now, and we have some amazing people over here today in the house of Saudi Arabia Microsoft Excel and Power Platform Meetup. One place in finite solution where we connect, we share, we learn. So 18 June, sorry, 15 June, that's 15 June, and we have our great guest, Miss Tanya, and she will be talking about parameters in Power Query. And Tanya is an trainer in LinkedIn, and she has been training in German speaking trainer, where she talks about Power Query. And on a very special request, she has been come on Switzerland all the way to Saudi Arabia to talk about the secrets of parameters in Power Query in Excel. So just a quick announcement. Congratulations and thank you everybody, my friends. We have reached 500 members in Saudi Arabia Microsoft Excel Power Platform Meetup group. So thank you everyone for your support, and this continuous support is always needed, and this wouldn't be possible without your presence, and this is your group, and we are doing our best to get the best people over here to so that they can share their knowledge. And just quickly about the past events, as you know that there are some great speakers who have already come to our meetup and they have presented some great stuff. And if you ever would like to see that, please feel free to visit my website, excelexciting.com, and you can find the link also over there. And even you can find it on the YouTube channel as well. So, and even if you can scan the barcode, you can get that. And just quickly about our upcoming events. We have Dr. Karpagam. She will be coming and talking about creating interactive dashboards, and where she'll be showing some amazing tips that how can you quickly create your dashboards. And this would be interesting to see how those quick analysis and some great tips will be there. Then we have Sandeep Chabra. And Sandeep is continuing the series from London Excel Meetup, then Romania, and then to Saudi Arabia. So just make sure that you continue watching his series all the way. So I'll drop the link of Sandeep where he's continuing this series of his session from London Meetup, and you can watch those series. And then the next meetup will be from Romania, and then it will be in Saudi Arabia. So this is what is happening in the house in coming days. And if you'd like to know what is happening in June, it's full jam-packed with some great speakers. And you can go and join their meetup, and you can take the advantage, and there are a lot of amazing stuff coming. And every month I'm publishing this meetup, all the events I'm consolidating it and publishing it on Excel Exciting LinkedIn page. So make sure that you follow that. So if we have some superheroes over here, I would encourage them that you please come forward and share your knowledge to the community. You can talk about Microsoft Office, Power Platform, Azure. We like to hear from you. And if you're interested, please write me back on excelexciting@outlook.com. And just a quick housekeeping. And we all know that you can just make your mic mute. And just for your information, this session is getting live streamed right now on YouTube, and the recording will be always available on the YouTube. And after the session, I'll make sure that this link is available also on the meetup page. So now over to my lovely friend, Miss Tanya from Switzerland. Over to you, Miss Tanya.
Okay, I share my screen. Huh? Just a moment. Okay. Hello, everyone. First, I want to say sorry. I know for my bad English, it's not very good, but I hope you understand. Normally, I teach in German. That I speak very well, but I hope perhaps you can help me when I forgot a word in English. So let's start with the secrets of parameters. First, I meet Faraz 3 years ago in Bulgaria at the Excel Days. That was a great event with Ken, Oz, Tony, Laila, and other MVPs. Boriana organized this beautiful event, and I hope we can do that again soon. It was really a great event. So I am born in Switzerland. It's a beautiful country.
I'm sorry. I think we can't see your screen.
Okay. You cannot see my screen. Okay, you see now the screen? We have the right screen now?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. So this was the photos from Faraz and me in Bulgaria. Okay. And then that's the Switzerland. Here I am born. It's a beautiful country. So I will show you a little bit about Switzerland. And I ask Faraz in what you are interested to show: chocolate, cheese, mountains, or Swiss population?
See, I'm interested in everything. I was in Switzerland, and
I know.
with Switzerland, so much. I'm literally falling in love with the country.
It's a nice country, yes.
Yes.
The only problem is not enough sun.
Choices which are there, they are like I can't. It's not one choice. All are my favorite. So, but I'll go with the mountains. Mountains are my favorite.
With the mountains, okay. So then I zoom in to the mountains. Switzerland has a lot of mountains. We have over 3,350 peaks, over 2,000 meters high. A lot of mountains. The highest peak is Dufourspitze. It's more than 4,600 above sea level. And the most famous mountain in Switzerland, I think, is the Matterhorn. This is very, very, what's in English? Very famous, very famous. Okay. So you can choose another one, or I go to my presentation. I think we go to the presentation. So
I think one choice is missing where people are mentioning here, Swiss bank accounts.
Bank accounts, okay. That's true. That's true. For that is Switzerland also famous. That's true. Okay, short about me. I started my company, Kuhn Informatik AG, 27 years ago. We have several business areas in the Microsoft Office environment. I show you on the next slide. We are specialized in Microsoft Office courses in companies. We also organize international events such as the Trainer Days, or in future, when Corona is over, the Power BI Day Switzerland, a new event. Our trainers all are certified by Microsoft. I teach Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and all the other products with Power, like Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power BI. So I do not make only Excel. Then we make worldwide, we have made over 5,500 Office templates for our customer. I think the most difficult templates, including a personalized ribbon, was a template for China. That was not very easy with all the symbols and these things. So we are specialized for templates also. And we produce educational videos in German for LinkedIn Learning. Personally, I make videos for Excel, Power Query, and Power Pivot. So it's only exciting for you if you speak German. Otherwise, you can only look and not understand me. That's not good. So this is the things I do every day. And now we start with the secrets of parameters in Power Query. I hope I see a lot of famous people here in the session. And I know perhaps also know all about these things also. But I hope a lot of people don't know the secrets about Power Query that I show now. So first, let's look what problems can we solve with parameters. The first one is the user does not have to make any adjustments in the Power Query editor. I think it's not easy for a normal user who has no Power Query knowledge to make adjustments in the Power Query editor for a normal user. That's one thing we can solve with parameters. Then you have a central point of maintaining the folder or all the files to be read, for example. So in this way, adjustment can be made centrally without having to intervene in a single query. Then we have a parameter can be used in various queries, not only in one. So you have perhaps one parameter for different queries, and I can change it in one point. So when I import different tables or tables from a database or from an Excel file, I have only to adjust my parameter and not various queries. That's a good thing. So the last one, but this is only in Excel. In Excel, a parameter can also be read from an Excel cell. With this technique, you no longer have to start Power Query to adjust the parameters. I think this is the solution for a normal user, that he can put in the information for the parameter in a cell, in an Excel cell. Okay, so first I show you the final solution that we will make today or tonight. I go to my file and you see here the solution. I can put in here the path name or the file name, or I can choose here the month or the category. And then I change it to beverages, make here a refresh. And now all the data, all my queries are running. Come on. Always demos are like this. I don't know why, but he needs a little bit more time. Perhaps I have the wrong file. Another one. I changed the file name to 21 and refresh my data. So now it's working. Okay. You see, I can change the file name. I can change the path. Okay. This I don't have today, but now in the demo. Okay. I have to look why it's not working with errors, but we make it now new, and I hope you don't have this error. So I close my file. So, and please, when you have now the link, Faraz, they have the link to the files or not?
No, Tanya, not yet.
Not yet.
To get that,
Okay.
and I'm going
For
to
the
place it on
downloads now,
OneDrive.
after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
place it on the OneDrive and they can grab it from there. And also
Okay.
it will be there on the YouTube link. So
Okay.
you can
After the
get it.
session, huh? After the session. Okay. Okay. Then I start here with the import from my data. I go to the data and get data here from an Excel workbook. I choose here from workbook. I go to my desktop. I have it there. And I choose here the orders from 2020 and import this file. We need data. Then I need this orders here. And here I go to transform data to load this data in the Power Query editor. So, okay, the data are here. We have 2-3 steps here that Power Query have made. These are okay. I will not talk about transform data. I show you only one step that we need for the example. We need the month's name from the order date that we later can select the months. So I need a new column and only the name from the month. So I go here to add column. I choose date, months, and I need the month's name. So on the end, we have now this column month's name. Okay, we need only this step for the example. So the first example I will show you is how can I create directly in Power Query a parameter. So this solution is the solution you need in Power BI Desktop also. The same way I can make parameters in Power BI Desktop. The problem is when I will make a parameter, not the problem, but the problem for the query, when I go here to the source step, you see here hard-coded the path and the file name. That is a problem when I have different queries that go to the same database, that go to the same Excel file. Then when something changes, I have to change all my queries. And so I go now for this and I make a parameter for the path and the file name. So you find this on the Home tab. On the Home tab, you have here Manage Parameters. I click here and make a new parameter. So the name of this parameter, I name it path underscore file name. Here you can make a description. Okay, so is it required? Sure, I need this path. This is a required parameter. Then the type of the parameter, it is a text. It's not a date. It's a text. I choose here text. Then we have here several possibilities. I can choose any values. I can a list of values. I can take a query, but I put in here now the path. That is any value. But now I have to know the path to this. So I go and choose my path. Just a moment. I come back. I need the path to my folder. So I copy this here. Okay. And I go back to my Excel. So I can put it here in. I need this path here in. Otherwise, you cannot click OK. You come not out of this dialog. Okay, so I have now here my parameter on the left side. When this is closed here, you can open it here. And now I have only the path name. I need also the file name. That's the name of my Excel file that we have imported. So I have here another backslash and the file name. I need the path and the file name together. And at the moment, we see in the orders, we have 2020. I go here now and change the file to 21. I have this file also. Go back to my query. I have to make a refresh, I think. Refresh data. What is not right? I have not connected, sure. One step is missing. My query knows nothing about this parameter, sure. Here in the query, I have in the source step, here, my fixed file name. So you have to change now this fixed path name and file name to the name of your parameter. So I copy now here this parameter name, go to my query, in the source step here on the right side, and now I delete this red path, all I delete and put in the name of my parameter. So now I go to the last step here and we see we have in 21. I change it again to test it. I go here, take the file from 2020, go back to my orders, and now we have in 2020. Okay. So this was the first example. How can I make a parameter directly in Power Query? I load this data now only as a connection to my Excel file with close and load to. Only as a connection. We show this data later when the solution is finished. We have only one step. So when the user now is working with this file later, he can go and make here on the right side a double click. And he comes to this parameter also. So he can change it here also. But when you have users, they don't nothing about Power Query. They have the first problem when they open your solution, this right pane is not showing up. So they had to know, or they have to know that he goes here to data and queries and connection to show here the parameters and the queries. That could be the first problem. So the second example is, how can I put here in the path name and the file name to need this in my queries, and I don't need then the parameter directly here in Power Query. It's a different solution, perhaps is the better way. when you make the solution for your own and you know Power Query, this is a good solution. But when you have users, they know nothing about Power Query. Perhaps the second example is the better one. So I need now the path here in the cell. I go first and copy the path and the file name from here. I don't know why my Power Query and Excel is so fast at the moment. So I choose the path here. I copy it in the clipboard and I paste it here in my Excel cell. So here I have made 2 cells. In the first, I need only the path. I cut this here out and put it the name below. So I have the path to change here and I have the file name that I can change in this cell. So for my Power Query, I need both together. So I make here a formula. If I take the path from B5 and the file name here from B6. So then I have all together. And you can make a table with different parameters. I have now only 3 different. You can make a table with 5, 10 or more parameters. And then you can read the whole table into Power Query and you pick this parameter you need. This is the second example I show you now. The third is then, how can I read the parameter from a single cell without a table? That's then the third example. So I go now, I need a table to load the complete table to Power Query. So I click here in my little table and I press Ctrl T to make a table. I give this table a name here above. I name this table parameters. So that's the name of my table here. And now I load this data to Power Query. I go to data from table/range. So, okay, I have here now my little table with these 3 different parameters. And for my example, I need here the last one. So I go to this last row in this, I don't know if I say cell also in Power Query, I don't think so. I go to this here and make now a right click and make here a drill down. So with a drill down, I have now only this information from the path and the file name in this query here. This is also a query, but now it's not the whole table. It's only the path. So I rename it here to path and file name new. Why new? I cannot need the same name that we have in the first solution. So I name it here with new. I can delete after when I have finished the second example. I can I can delete my first parameter. So we have now here this new call it parameter or call it variable, whatever. So I take this now and copy it. I need this name now in my M code to change. How I come to my M code, you have two possibilities to adjust the M code. You can go here to view and activate the formula bar. That is this bar here above. Like in Excel, also you have a formula bar. You can make changes here. Or you go here to the advanced editor, and I go here to the advanced editor. Here I see all the steps from my query, all the steps I have made in this specific query. And now I can change here things, or I go back to my orders query and click here to the advanced editor. So, and I change now here the pass file name to my new variable with the name new. So now when I click here on down, now I have a big problem. What the hell is this error message? When I have seen this error message the first time, I was thinking, what is with my firewall? What problem? What has Power Query with my firewall? So I read a little bit more, and I find out this problem is when you referring from this query to another query, then you have, it's possible, this problem. So what is the solution for this problem? You have different options. The first option is, it is a security message. So I can change the security settings when I have this error message. For that, you can go to File, Options and Settings, here to Query Options. So you have here Global, and below you have Current Workbook. And I go here to the Privacy point. And here you can change it and say ignore the privacy levels. And when I click OK, so, and refresh perhaps my data, I have solved the problem, but only on my machine. When I give this file later to my colleagues, they have the problem also. So when I go here to File, Option Setting again with Power Query Options, come on. So you have another option here by Global Privacy. You can choose here always ignore privacy level settings, but this is also only on my machine. So this options only solves the problem on your machine. When other person are working with this Excel file, they have the problem also. I don't know, when you make only solutions for your own, okay, you can solve the problem with these options here. So I put it back now, all the privacy options back, like the standard. So I have the problem again. So he needs a little bit. My machine today is very slow. So I have the problem again. Now, what can I make to solve this problem? I can make only one query. But how I can bring this query to this query above? I show you now. So I go first by my parameter to view in the advanced editor. And I copy these 3 steps that read the parameter from my parameter table in Excel. Only these 3 steps I copy in my clipboard. And then I go to my orders query, also in the advanced editor. And on the top, after the let, I make Control-V to put in these 3 steps. So now we have to change a little bit here in the M code. The first thing is we have now 2 source steps that will not working. So I rename the first step now source parameter. So then this source parameter here, I need also here in the second step. This was refers to the first step. And I change this here also now to source parameter. Always Power Query refers to the step before. So this is okay. Then the second step is named changed type. We have in the other query, in the orders query, also a step changed type. I have to change this also. I name this first step here type parameter. So, okay. I copy this step also to the next step that is named here. I have changed it, so I have to change here also. Source parameter, that's the wrong one. Copy again. So now it's type parameter, refers to the step here. And this step I name data parameter. So, and this refers now to the next step. And this variable we have before now is in this parameter here. This is the last step from our first query. So I need this name here to put it now here in the next step. So I need here now a comma. So all the steps you see in Power Query have at the end a comma. Only the last one before the in comes has no comma. All other lines has a comma. So we look here below, no errors. Okay, we try it. Done. So we need a little bit time. Oh, the data are here. All looks good. We change it then after in my Excel file, but it looks good. The query here is working. And now in this solution, I don't need this query. I delete this query here. I have this code integrated in the orders query. This parameter, I don't need. I delete it. This was the first solution. I need this also. I don't need it. So I go back with close and load. So, and the change now here, my parameter to 21. So I go to my orders query with a double click, or you see it here in the preview. We have it in. 21 is already in the data. We had select this file here from 21. Okay, this was the second example. How can I need an Excel table with various parameters when I use them, and need this table to make the adjustments automatically. Now from these cells here, you can input here, and the query needs the information from the cell or from the table in this example. And for the last example, we need here drop downs to choose the months or to choose the category. So first, I need two little queries that show in this data and bring me only the months once. I need a unique list for the months, and I need a unique list for the categories. So I go here to my orders query. I make a right click, and I make a reference to my order query. So Power Query is starting again. I do not import data again. So I need a reference for this. So I have now the data from my orders query. I have here a reference to my order query. You see you have no steps here. It's only a reference to the other query. In this query, I need only the month's name. So I go at the end. I need only this column. I make a right click and remove other columns. That's the first step. The second step is I have a lot of duplicates. I remove now the duplicates. So I have only a list for all the months there are now at the moment for 21. And you know, we have June. We have not more months at the moment. In 21, when we change it to 2020, sure, we have 12 months. So the name of this query, I name it months. So, okay. Then I need a second query. I'll give this back first. Here by close and load back to Excel. I choose close and load to. Now I choose table. I will see it. I need it for my drop downs. So I have to make a table. A new table, a new worksheet is okay. That's okay for this example. So this I named lists. I have more than one list that I need for my example. The first one we have. I make the second one the same way. I go to orders, make a reference of the orders query. My machine is very slow today. Okay.
I think I shouldn't have choose the mountains. That is
could be. So I have the second one. The second query I need for the categories. I name these categories. I go to the column with the categories. The same way. First, I remove other columns. And then I make remove the duplicates, that I have a unique list. And then I sort them. So I have for my drop-down a sorted list, unique list for my categories. So I give this back to Excel only, also with close and load to. Now to existing workbook, I put it here on the right side. So I have now 2 Unix lists that I can use for my drop-downs. So I go to the parameters. Here I need this lists. I make this with data validation. I go to data and choose here data validation. I need a list and my source is here on these lists to the months. Okay. So I can choose one, February perhaps. And here I make another data validation also with a list. And the source is the second one here with the categories. Okay. So I can choose here, for the example, seafood. Okay. So all is more or less prepared to make the other queries. But now we have only a cell. We have not a table. But it's possible when you give this cell a name, when you make a named range, you can this after input, can I say, you can import then this cell also in Power Query. So first I go to this cell and give the cell here in the name box a name. And when it's only a cell, I have the prefix for range. And the name is months. Enter. The second cell here not is C10. It's my range for category. Enter. That's important that you press enter. So I have now these cells and I see the name above here in the name box. And now when this cell has a name, I can also go to data here from table/range. That's the reason here you see range. Okay. And so I do not need a table. I can now import only this cell. So Power Query has made here several steps. These steps I cannot use for this example. I delete here the step changed type and also promoted headers. I need only source. I need only this data. And now I can make the same like before. I make a right click, drill down to this information. And now here I change perhaps to PRM for parameter or whatever, or VRR for variable, whatever. And this information I give not back to my Excel. I need this information only in my Power Query. I make a close and load to. Only a connection. The same I make with this cell. I go to data from table/range. And I make the same steps. I delete these steps here and make a right click, drill down, and name it parameter. So I have now here two more parameters that I need then in my output query. Perhaps it's not bad when you have a lot of queries. You need here on the right click the group. So you can make different groups for your queries. I show you an example. I make a new group, and the first group is named import. All my import queries, I put there. My import queries are this, perhaps this three. I move it upstairs with drag and drop here to my group import. I need another group, perhaps for all my parameters. So, okay. So I put these two parameters here in this group. And I need another group for my output queries. All the queries I give back then at the end, perhaps to my Excel, to my data model, whatever. Output. We named this. Okay. So you see, you can here organize your queries also. And the only thing now that we need is our final output query that we see the result in the Excel worksheet or workbook. So I need another reference now to my import query. That's here my import query. I make another right click and make there a reference. And this is orders output. I name this output. Okay. And this is not the import query. For me, this is an output query. And I move this here downstairs. Okay. So now this data I will give back to Excel with the final result of all our parameters. So I need now my two parameters in this query. And I go here to this first parameter. I copy this here in the clipboard that I have the name. I go in my output query, and now I will filter the months by this parameter or by this variable. So I go in my query and I make now a selection. I take, I don't know what we have now in Excel, but I take perhaps April only for this example. So that I became here on the right side, this filter step. I need now a filter step that I can change this fixed month here above with my parameter that is coming from the cell. So, and you see now we have February in the cell in Excel. I have chosen February. The same I make with the category. I go to the category, I filter a category, I take natural products, okay. And I go here, I take my parameter, I copy this to the clipboard, so I have not the problem, I write the wrong name. So, and the change in the formula bar, I change the fixed text to my parameter. So that are now we can see it. We have seafood and February. And when I show, you see Excel behind. We have February and we have seafood. That's correct. It's coming now from these two cells. So this query now I give back to my Excel. So I only choose here above, close and load. Now I will tell him where I will put it. I choose close and load to. Always, or the most time, I choose the dialog so I can tell him what I need. I go to a table. That's correct. Not to, why I can change it to existing. Okay. Then we make first a connection. I don't know why I cannot choose it at the moment. Then I make only a connection. I click first here. Perhaps I stay here with my cursor in a drop down. I don't know. I go here in the empty cell here below. I will show the data. So this where the data is showing me, I can here make also a right click and go back to load to. So not only a connection, I need a table in the existing workbook. Now it's working. Perfect. Okay. And I have now the data here. And we try if everything now is working. I go to seafood and choose here beverages. Now I have to make refresh. This I can make here in my access tool, little, you know, this quick access toolbar in Excel. I have here refresh all or Control Alt F5. I can press. All the queries are running. And I have here now for February all the position of beverages. Or I can choose to April here in the months and tell him I need April in 2020. Enter. I go here, Control Alt F5 to all queries. And now I have April from 2020. So now all is working. What he tells me here, I don't know why I think I have a little problem with Power Query today. He needs a long, now you see we have no more, I don't know in English, this yellow sign. What is the name in English? I don't know. When you have problems in the queries, but now it's gone. I think my Power Query or my Excel is a little bit tired. He was working the whole day. I had a lot of webinars today, and I think my Excel now is a little bit tired and slowly. Okay. Yes, I think the solution is working. The only thing we can do now is when you will have here a button, then you can make a little macro. It's only one line that you can push a button to make the refresh of all your queries. But I have a lot of companies, there is not allowed using macros. So then you make an XLSM file is not the solution. So it's better, perhaps you make this with the refresh over the shortcuts. And then the easy solution is you put that in here, make a refresh and tell the user like that. Perhaps in red, he can refresh the data with this combination. or you write a macro and the code to make a button that refreshes all. I can copy here. That is the VBA code. It's only one line code that you can make a push button to refresh all the queries. These two solutions is possible. Yes, that was my example. I have shown you 3 different ways. The first way was to make a parameter directly in Power Query, the same way you can do in Power BI. The second example was with a table, that you load a table with different parameters you can use. We had then the problem with the firewall, and I showed you how you can put 2 queries together, that this firewall error message not is coming. And the last example was only with named ranges, with a single cell. I give a name, and then I need this cell to make the filter directly in Power Query. So the user that needs this solution do not need in the table these filter buttons. Perhaps you can let them in also, sure. But he can choose now here data, and only this data is loaded to my Excel file, not the whole data. I hope you have learned a little bit, and again, sorry for my bad English, I know, but I hope you understand my bad English. Okay. Questions? Faraz, are there questions for this example?
I'm just checking right now on the YouTube chat.
Okay.
And you can even give a chat, you can have a look, glance on the chat. People are enjoying the session. They said that your English was fine.
Tanja. No. At the moment, I learn Spanish. But at the moment, my English is a little bit better than my Spanish.
No, but you were great. It was great.
Thank you.
Any questions, my friends, because we are here, and maybe we'll end the session on the YouTube live, and we'll be still on the Zoom. So any final questions, anything? By the way, it was lovely session, Tanja. It was great. Inside using those lovely secrets from the superwoman, sharing us how to use his superpowers so that we can make our life easy and we can really work efficiently. These are some secrets, which can be only learned from such great professionals, And today we have got an opportunity to have you here. And thank you very much, Tanja, for
thank you for inviting.
And we hope to see you someday in Saudi Arabia with all other my friends. Yeah.
Or in Sofia or in London next year, I hope. I don't know. Alan, you know more about this? At the moment, it's difficult.
Yes.
We will see.
Great.
Okay, so, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tanja, and thank you, everybody. And lovely session. Once again, appreciated your time, Tanja. And make sure, my friends, that we are going to come next month with another session with creating dashboards. And if you like to see what is going on for the whole month, make sure to check out that Meetup page where the full month of Excel is with the Excel excitements from all of my other friends group as well. So next month, we are going to post another Meetup information. So make sure that you're connected on the LinkedIn. And any final words for the YouTube friends, Tanja?
Thank you.
Any kind of a message or any quotes or anything?
No, at the moment, not. I make now a new video for Power Query for receipts in Power Query. That's
Wow.
I make in August. So, but only in German. That's the problem for the most here, I think. Normally, I teach not in English. With this English, I teach only German normally. No, at the moment I have not news. I wish you a good summer with a good time to all. And we see us in other sessions, I think, in other meetups. That is a good thing here. Thank you very much to all.
Perfect. So thank you, friends, and see you soon. Take care, and ending the session from the YouTube live. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.